What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So apparently, at the Trump rally in Coachella out there in California, there was apparently another attempt on his life. Okay, now let's dive off into this. Let's check this out. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
Well, we begin tonight with breaking news out of Southern California. A man with a shotgun, a loaded handgun, and ammunition in his car was arrested last night near Donald Trump's rally.
Right, let's get right down to the newsroom where Duarte Geraldino has what we know so far on this. Duarte.
Arthur, Natasha, this is a developing story. We're learning more about what happened. What we do know is that a man was arrested Saturday at a Trump rally in Southern California. Right now, the sheriff is expected to hold a news conference any minute. Here's what we know. Just before Saturday's rally in Coachella, police arrested a man near the venue. Now, this particular location was actually a checkpoint for VIPs and members of the press. The suspect was in a black SUV, and police say he was armed. They also say he had press passes, VIP passes. This man has been identified by Riverside County Sheriff's officials as 49-year-old Vem Miller, and they say he is from Las Vegas. Investigators also say he was trying to get into the event with an illegal shotgun, a loaded handgun, and a high-capacity magazine. Miller.
Damn, how was he expecting to get in there with all that? A shotgun, handguns, all types of stuff. I mean, I get it. You know, they said he had press passes, things like that. And at the checkpoints and stuff, I'm pretty sure they're checking for firearms. So how was he planning on getting in there with all that? Some people just don't. Well, I'm glad some people don't think out here. Seriously. Seriously. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. So they've identified the suspect and things like that. This is crazy.
Was arrested and taken to the John J. Benoit Detention Center. He's facing charges for carrying a loaded firearm and a high-capacity magazine. Now, according to Riverside County records, he was actually released on $5,000 bail today. Officials say, and this is a direct quote, the incident did not impact the safety of the former president or attendees of this event. Now, this is still a developing story, Natasha and Arthur. Once again, a man who police say was armed with several weapons trying to get into a Trump rally has been arrested. We're going to have more at 10 o'clock.
Thank you very much.
Damn. Okay. Wow. So, yes, it is on and popping out here. So we're going to go here now. We're going to check out and see what the sheriff has to say about this situation. Let's keep going.
But we have his name as Vem, V-E-M, Miller, M-I-L-L-E-R, and his birth date is 10/26 of 1974. And the reason why I gave it to you like that is I will explain later. He approached the outside perimeter, gave all indications that he belonged there, that he was that he was a participant that was allowed to get into VIP and to and a press corps, and so he was allowed through that outer perimeter. As he got to the inside perimeter, where deputies were conducting obviously a more thorough evaluation of the vehicles that were coming in, there were many irregularities that popped up. The deputy noticed that the interior of the vehicle was in quite disarray. The vehicle had an obviously fake license plate, and that prompted further investigation from our deputy into why the person was there and what he was doing.
So this dude just thought he was just gonna roll up in there like with weapons and stuff like that, fake press passes and shit. Man, come on, man. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
During that investigation, the deputy eventually found multiple passports with multiple names, multiple driver's license with different names. The vehicle was unregistered, and the license plate was what we in law enforcement would recognize as one that is homemade and indicative of a group of individuals that claim to be sovereign citizens. And assuming the deputy assumes that he was part of that identifying group. So during the investigation, obviously those identification documents were found in addition to a loaded handgun and a shotgun. Obviously, this was before the former president arrived. The person was taken into custody. He was eventually booked into jail on those charges, and eventually he was released. He will have to further his court case is in the future.
Okay, how can you trust the fact that he's going to actually show up for these court cases? You already said that this man showed up to this event with multiple passports, with all of them were different names, different identifications, basically. So what's to say that he doesn't have more passports and things like that and could further change his identity?
And what the French toast is there to think about?
And as well, this is the thing right here. Why is this man being pretty much released? And I don't know the legal system of California, things like that, as far as with guns and stuff. But I just can't see it being this easy for him to roll up to a situation like that, go through the first checkpoint, then make it to the second checkpoint. They're a little bit more thorough, okay, which they should have been at first. But they checked everything out. License plates didn't match. The car was junky, things like that. So they assumed to investigate further into this individual. Now we're sitting here, and after they find all these weapons and multiple identifications with different names upon them, it's just like, why are you letting this man go? Why you didn't interrogate him further to see what was going on, who he really is, with multiple identifications with different names on him?
Right now, we are actively engaged in working with Secret Service and the FBI to ensure that this person is followed up on and all of the information that they can gather. I can tell you that from my perspective, from a state law enforcement agency's perspective, the firearms charges is what we arrested him for and booked him on. Anything further will come from the federal government, and thank God, and by an act of really what we did in the week leading up.
I don't know why it's blanking out like that. That's not on my end.
To keeping that place secure. I certainly wouldn't want to be saying after the fact that I wish we would have done something to prevent that shooting. And there is absolutely no way that any of us are going to truly know what was in his head. I can tell you that none of the other probably 50,000 people that showed up yesterday for that event brought multiple passports with different names and guns.
Okay, that's coming up again. My point here is now, why didn't y'all keep him? That's suspect itself. That's a suspect situation in my mind. I would not want to release this individual. He's got through checkpoint. Well, he tried to get through a checkpoint with guns, multiple identifications with different names on them, and they gave us a name of this guy. How do you know that that's his actual birth name? How do you know that's actually who he is? Why didn't y'all sit him down for at least a week in there to make sure that the FBI, things like that, are going to investigate this thing properly, run him down, of course, fingerprints, all types of things like that, which I'm pretty sure they probably do have the fingerprints. But yes, why didn't you sit him down for at least a week to keep him in custody and things like that? With it, and I don't know if the firearms are illegal or not. They're not saying that he had illegal firearms or he was not supposed to have any firearms, background checks, stuff like that. But yeah, no, why didn't you sit him down and make sure that he was actually watched properly in custody? Now they're saying they let him go, but they're talking to the FBI, and the FBI, I guess, going to keep a tail on him or something like that. Who knows how that's going to go? And if y'all did release him, why you didn't put an ankle monitor on him or something like that? What is going on here?
And what the French toast is there to think about?
What is going on here? Like I said, I don't know how California's justice system work as far as with situations like this, but I just can't see you getting arrested trying to get into a rally like that with a crazy amount of people that are going to be there with firearms and multiple identifications with multiple names, with different names on them. Like, come on, man.
This is what I'm glad of. This is what I am very glad of.
Why
I know
does it
that,
keep
that
doing that?
the presence that we had at the rally with deputies, with snipers, with counter snipers, and Secret Service snipers and counter snipers. I am glad that we're not talking about this after we shot him. We get to talk about it before, and no matter what, it's all going to be speculation about what his intentions were getting there. What we do know is he showed up with multiple passports with different names, an unregistered vehicle with fake license plate, and loaded firearms. If you're asking me right now, I probably did have deputies that prevented the third assassination attempt. If we are that politically lost, that we have lost sight of common sense and reality and reason, that we can't say that, holy crap, what did he show up with all of that stuff for and loaded guns? And I'm going to be accused of being dramatic. We have a serious, serious problem in this country because this is common sense and reason.
Why does it keep doing that? What the fuck is that?
Anything else? Okay, thank you for.
Okay, they just, I don't know why they were doing, I don't know what was going on with this particular footage here. Like I say, that is not on my end. I don't know why they clipping it like that. But yeah, though, it is what it is on this fact right now. And this is what's going on here. This just happened at the recent Trump rally. Well, I guess it was yesterday, things like that. And yeah, I'm truly concerned, like, why y'all didn't keep the dude, period. Like, why let him go at all? You know, he's coming in there with loaded firearms, multiple passports with different names, a car that's not registered properly. That's the whole signs right there. Even like the sheriff just said, those are signs that this could have been something tragic. So why didn't you keep this dude locked up?
And what the French toast is there to think about?
This is wild right here. This is wild. But yeah, we're in the thick of things right now, down to the wire with this election. It's crazy out here. Man, it is crazy out here. This is truly wild. Truly wild. But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.